Hey guys, so it has been an insanely long time since I have made a video and I am so sorry, but I'm getting back into it. I have so many new ideas that I want to do, not just piercing videos, which this one is I can't talk, I'm too excited, which this one is going to be about, but I have ideas as far as makeup tutorials and a whole thing that I want to do for my channel. So but this one is going to be a piercing video, and it's going to be on infected piercings, what to do, what not to do, tips, what to look out for, how to make your own sea salt solution, different ways I clean my piercings, healing period times, etc., etc. This is like the second time I've recorded this video because I feel like I always forget like a crucial thing to say in one of them, and then I watch them and I'm like, oh dang, I should have said that, or I should have said this, and I'm not so great at the editing thing yet. As you can see, you know, the quality of the video is not that great. I'm recording this on my MacBook. I'm not doing this for anything other than the fact that I love piercings. I think it is a great way to express yourself and, you know, show your individuality. I've had mine, you know, for several years at this point, and I love them to this day. You know, my mom swore, oh, you'll take them out, you know. No, I love them. They become a part of me. They're like my babies. I can't even tell you how much I just adore my piercings. So yeah. Anyway, this video is going to be on infected piercings, like I said, ways to take care of them, things to look out for, etc., 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 just like I said like 30 seconds ago. So I wanted to bring this conversation up just because it seems so simple, like, come on, Chloe, like, we all know what to do if our piercing's infected, but people don't. People, you know, constantly have questions, or they think, you know, their piercing is infected when it's really not, and it's just like a normal bodily thing to happen to your piercing. You know, so I don't think it's as common sense as you might think, because it happens frequently enough, and I get enough questions frequently on them, how to take care of them, maintain them, what I do if it's infected, and so on and so forth. So I did have infected piercings recently within the last 6 months. I don't know about any of you guys, but when one of my piercings gets infected, it is like a domino effect for the other piercings, and I don't know why. It's like when girls are at that time and all the friends get them at the same time. That's just like how my piercings are. They know that they're best friends and that, you know, I love them all. But so it started with my hip piercings, then it moved its way to my belly button, kind of just worked its way up, and then it got to this piercing up here, my microdermal. So I noticed, and I don't know about you, obviously it's going to vary from person to person, just like pain tolerance. I can tell you that my conch did not hurt at all, but for another person, they would have rather been stabbed in the face. You know, it varies from person to person. So I can only speak from my personal experience, but, you know, it might be like this for multiple people, and I know it has because some of my friends get the same types of things when their piercings are infected. So some things I look out for to see if my piercing's infected, or I can tell if it is getting infected. The first sign is that it's red. It is red, puffy, swollen looking, itchy. Itchy is a big one, and I get that a lot on my ears. Like if my ears are getting infected, they are getting itchy. Just like when you wear really cheap earrings from like Claire's or something and your ears just get gross and nasty, it's because you're wearing cheap earrings and your ears are getting infected from that low quality grade jewelry. What's another one? Pus. Pus is a really, really big one. Crusties, but not all the time. It has to be like one almost like scabbing crusties, because it's normal for, you know, piercings to get crusties. It's, you know, it's not like it's necessarily affected if you have a crusty on your piercing, is what I'm trying to say. So it started with my hip piercings. I noticed they were getting swollen, and they kept snagging on anything I wore, sweatpants, jeans, which, as cute as they are, and I said this in a previous video, they are just not practical piercings at all. They get so sore, they get ripped out, like, and you have to like put a band. It's just not, It's not practical, and it's not fun, and it looks way cuter than it is taking care of them. So one became infected, and I went to my piercer, which is tip number one that I have, is to get your piercings removed unless it's something like your first hole or your belly button ring, maybe like even your tongue ring, things that are like easily accessible and that you switch often. You know, my hip piercing was different. I was not going to mess with that on my own. So I did go to him, and he did take it out. It did leave a scar, but you know, it's better than having an infected piercing like embedded into your skin. It just was not pretty, nor was cute. Nor was it cute. And then it kind of made its way up to my belly button, and I started noticing that becoming infected. It was pussing, it was red, and this is like, people don't really talk about the grossness necessarily associated with piercings, I don't think. You know, all the like things that can happen. So, you know, it was pussy, it had like, it was scabbing, it was starting to like be crooked. You could see like in my belly button, like it was crooked. It was red. It was just, and it did not feel good either. So I took that out myself, and waited 3 months before getting it re-pierced. And that is point number 2. And this I'll probably mention again in the video. Sometimes you're going to have to take out your piercings. It just happens. I know it's not fun. I know you get attached to them. I know this one is killing me not having it in right now. But sometimes that happens. You want to take care of your body just like anything else. Piercings are no exception. I feel like people get nonchalant, like, oh, it's just a piercing, it's not important, as like tonsillitis or something. But it's taking care of your body. If you wake up with this gut-wrenching feeling in your stomach like you're being stabbed, you're not going to, and it lasts for days, you're not going to wait 3 weeks to go get it fixed. You're going to go to a doctor and have him check that ish out. Same thing with a piercing. You don't want to prolong it from healing. You don't want to prolong the infection or the, you know, anything like that. You want to take care of your body. Piercings are no exception. So I taken it out. I waited 3 months. I just went to my piercing about 2 weeks ago for both this one and this one. This one fell out on its own. Literally, I touched it, and I could tell this one was getting infected for a lot of the similar reasons that my belly button was. And it was just not sitting right like a microdermal should. It wasn't flat to the skin. And normally, as I said in a previous video, if it gets wobbly, put a Band-Aid on, it should be fine like in a day or two. This one wasn't becoming fine. It was getting more crooked. It was just not, I knew something was wrong. But I touched it one day and it just like fell out. It was, you know, and that happens sometimes. So I went to him to address the belly button issue because I wanted that re-pierced, and I also wanted this re-pierced. But this has only been out for maybe a month now, maybe a little bit over a month. Like maybe 5 weeks. He did say my belly button was ready to be re-pierced. That had been out for several months at that point. And this one, he told me, no, I won't re-pierce it. I'm not going to touch it. Wait for it to heal 100%, and then I will look back at it. But to wait a minimum of another month, more than maybe even like a couple of weeks past that, to get it re-pierced. So that would be almost like 2.5 months before I would have gotten it re-pierced from the time it fell out. So that brings me again to the point number 2, and it's just sometimes you're going to have to take them out when you don't want to. But do not, you know, people just like, gosh, I don't even know where to go. I'm saying he because my piercing is a man, but I'm aware that many piercers are females. You know, if they need to take it out, let them take it out, and then just be patient and wait the entire time for it to heal before getting it re-pierced. If it's a good piercer, he or she will tell you, no, that is not ready to be re-pierced. You need to wait a little bit longer. You know, he told me if he were to pierce it now, it would either just get reinfected or it would just fall out. And that's a waste of his time. It's a waste of your money. It's, you know, harmful to your body. You just need to bottom line, you need to take care of your body. Just like anything else, you need to take care of your body. So I'm currently waiting. You know, obviously you can see it left a mark. It's darker. It's a little scar. He did re-pierce my belly button. But, and you know, there's many reasons piercings get infected. And one of the main ones that I want to talk about is not cleaning it. Like, people get so, oh, I've had my piercing for a year, or I'm out of the technical healing period, so let me not clean it anymore because it's fine. Or I haven't had any problems with it in 2 months, so why clean it? That's when you get infected piercings. And one thing with the healing period, that varies again from person to person. One person may take sooner to heal than the allotted period of healing time. Someone might take double the time. Someone might be in that, time that it typically takes. Everyone is different. So don't assume, okay, it's been 3 weeks, I don't need to clean my piercings anymore. No, it is not like that at all. You should constantly be maintaining them, cleaning them, taking care of them, just like any other part in your body. You want to go a week without showering, would you? No. And if you're in the shower, it makes it easy. Just scrub, wash them, take the solution. It's not that hard to maintain them, and it prevents them from becoming infected, which you don't want to do. If you don't want to have to go 2 months looking uneven, it's hard to see this one up here, then take care of them. That's all, and sometimes it's not for lack of maintaining. It just, as this one just like almost fell out, like almost rejected. And this I've had this for 2 years. So sometimes it's not even for lack of maintaining. They just get infected from time to time. So 2 ways that you can take care of your piercings. You can make your own solution. You can use wound wash, or you can use the H20 spray that I'm going to show you in this video, which I have put in other videos previous to this one. So this is the body piercing aftercare pamphlet that he gives to his clients. And it says, cleaning should be done 3 or 4 times a day for the first 4 to 6 weeks. Keep in mind, that is longer than a month. People take 2 weeks. Oh, I've cleaned it, it's fine. This says 4 to 6 weeks. That is a month and a half. With an antibacterial soap or a sea salt spray like the H20 I'm going to show you. Wound wash available at any drugstore, in your first aid section, or you can make your own solution using sea salt. So it says, make your own solution using sea salt, non-iodized, and warm water, preferably distilled. Mix 4 teaspoons of sea salt to 1 gallon of water. Soak a gauze or Q-tip and gently clean the area and remove all crusties. Then wash the area with warm water. If using a sea salt, just let it air dry, as it contains lysozime, which is a natural antibiotic and will continue to kill bacteria. So I will leave the the sea salt solution mix in the description box below. And then I also use my holy grail of what I use to clean all my piercings, because it's really convenient and it just feels good, is the H2O Purified Ocean Salt Water. It is for both body and oral piercings. I don't use it on my tongue piercing, but I use it for basically everything else. Ears, belly button, on dermals, my neck surface piercings, everything. If I do feel it becoming a little bit sore or see it becoming red, I spray and soak a little bit of this on whatever piercing it is, and it feels so much better. It's like coming back from a long day of work, standing on your feet all day, and then having someone give you a foot massage. It just feels so soothing. So this is the 4 fluid ounce. This is $12, both online, and he sells it in his store for also $12. Then there's the baby bottle, which I keep in my purse, and this is 1.5 fluid ounces, and this is the little baby. This is the, the big version. This one's just uber cute. I just use these because it is convenient. It's so much more convenient than either keeping that solution in a little, travel thing or making it here. This is just so much more convenient, and they do last a really long time. And then certain ways I clean my piercings. Again, people might think this is common sense, but I really do get a lot of questions from people who have recently gotten these piercings. They don't want to they're scared to really get in there and clean them. So I take, I spray some of this on a Q-tip for my dermals, and I just go along, get any crusties off from, I go right up against it and just keep going in circular motions. If I do see it becoming red, or if I just want to soak it just to prevent anything, I'll soak these cotton squares. They also come in circles. I just happen to get the squares this time. Soak it in this and literally just keep it here and for 5-10 minutes, and let it soak. I also do this with my surface piercing in the back of my neck before I go to bed. I'll lay on a pillow, I'll soak 2 of these, put them on both spots where the piercing at the ends of the surface bar, and just soak it for 10 minutes. I also do the same method with my septum piercing. I will take one of these, and this is a little big, so I'll typically use tissue paper, Kleenex, or a square of toilet paper. I'll almost twist it so it will fit up your nose like this, soak it and stick it up there and just leave it there. I will soak it for 5 to 10 minutes, and then I will go in with a Q-tip and get off any of the crusties. I soak it when the piercing is flipped up, and I flip down to get rid of any of the crusties. For my belly button, I will lift the bottom of the piercing up and then clean around the top part of the ball in circular motions, and then I will push the piercing down and lift kind of so I can get the bottom part of the piercing. Don't forget to get your belly button as well, because that is a dirty part of your body. So those are just some tips and advice I have, and I'm going to go really quickly to the back of this, and this is healing times for several different piercings to give you some type of idea. Also, a quick note: a lot of times piercings get infected because people change out their jewelry way too soon before they're supposed to. That is like a huge thing. Your piercing needs time to heal. I know especially in the summertime when girls get their belly buttons pierced, they get really bored of the typical, curved barbell that's put in there, and it's just like that plain jewel or whatever, and they want to go buy those really cute, dangly, sexy ones, and those are very heavy, and if you didn't wait the amount of time that you were supposed to before you were supposed to change your piercing, and on top of that, if you weren't cleaning it like you were supposed to, yeah, your piercing's going to get infected and it is not going to be cute anymore. So definitely wait the healing period to change a piercing. Clean it every day. Same with your ears. I mean, even when I got the bar, I have a bar, and I show this in one of my other piercings. I don't know if you can see it. I have a trachea to a conch bar. I waited for the trachea to be fully healed. I waited for the conch to be 100% fully healed, and then some, before I went and even thought about putting a bar through either of those. It's just as a preventative thing to prevent your piercings from getting infected, because you don't want to have to do this where you wait 2 months before you have to get it re-pierced. So really quickly, healing times. Apolang, 5 to 8 months. Apodravia, if anyone doesn't know, that is down there for the males, 5 to 8 months. And again, these are, person to person. Some person might take 8 months to heal, someone might take 5, someone might take 4, someone might take a year. It all varies. The bridge, 3 to 5 months. Clitoris, 2 to 4 months. Clitoral hood, 2 to 4 months. Dido, 4 to 6 months. Ear cartilage, 6 months to a year. And cartilage, obviously takes longer to heal. So be very careful when wanting to switch that jewelry out. Wait the allotted time. Earlobes, 2 to 4 months. Eyebrow, and again, Claire's, great sales, great buy 3, get 2 free, whatever the deals are. You want good jewelry in your ears. It'll also prevent it from getting infected. Eyebrow, 2 to 4 months. Frenum, 3 to 5 months. Inner labia, 2 to 4 months. Lip, 2 to 4 months. Monroe or Medusa, 2 to 4 months. Navel, 6 months to a year. Nipples, 6 months to a year. Nostril, 6 months to a year. Outer labia, 2 months to 6 months. Prince Albert, 3 to 5 months. Reverse Prince Albert, 4 to 6 months. Septum, 3 to 5 months. Triangle, 2 to 6 months. And tongue, 1 to 2 months. So those just give you, and I'll also put those down below if you would like me to. So those are just some healing times, and I hope this helped. I really just want to stress the importance of cleaning and maintaining and taking care of your precious gems, and making sure your body is taken care of. It is just so, 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 so important. And I know this might seem like common sense, but as I said, you find people, and you can watch these videos on YouTube of these yahoos piercing their conches and their noses with piercing guns. You're not even supposed to be piercing your earlobes with piercing guns, let alone, going through thick cartilage. So, hope this helped. Leave some comments and questions if you have them in the comment section, and if you want to see anything about different piercings, about I don't think I talked about my neck piercing. I don't think I talked about my septum, or I might have talked about my tongue. So just let me know. And it was great talking to you guys, and I really hope this helped. Bye. Have a nice night.